So you all go to God, but you're able to come and communicate with us here. So do you see when your loved ones come to visit you? But you're not always here, maybe.
Train?
Yes. There is a train over there. It is coming through now.
Crossing?
That's pretty funny. Megan doesn't know it's coming. The ground is like it's vibrating, so she may notice something. I mean, she knows there's tracks over there. Actually, interestingly enough, when those tracks were built, they went through a Catholic part of the cemetery and they had to move, reinter, or move the headstones. Okay, this is Johanna and Megan. We are still at City Cemetery, and I've come over to one of the most awesome gravestones I've ever seen. So this is the gravestone of William Driver, and it's also his family plot. There's the family of William Driver. I know he had, I think, at least 2 daughters. What first got my attention was one night when we came here and I saw this stone. And like even in the darkness, I was like, this thing is fantastic. But he's also got like an amazing life. So he's born in Massachusetts in, I think it's 1802. He passed away in Nashville in 1883. Mark? I think Megan said Mark. So right up here, a master mariner, sailed twice around the world, once around Australia, removed the Pitcairn people from sickness and death in Tahiti, T-A-H-I-E-T-A, to their own island home, September 3rd, 1831 maybe, then 69 in number, now 1,200 souls. I don't know what that's referring to, actually. Here it says, his ship, his country, and his flag, Old Glory. Megan's listening to the S-Box now. If there's any spirits who'd like to communicate with us, you can use that device to try and give us some words, and we can communicate that way. Come around here. I'm going to get more to the Old Glory and the flag in a moment. So I'll back up just so you can see more of the detail of this stone. It's so fantastic. This tree trunk with these leaves on it, rising up out of this rocky cliff, and then over here, watching my step. Yes, watching my step, thank you. We have the anchor for the master mariner here. So, Welsh? Megan got Welsh. Are you saying that, are you from Wales, or are you Welsh origin? And I'm Johanna, this is Megan. Could you tell us your name? He loved America, he loved the American flag. Obviously from Boston, found his way to Nashville, and there's a story, it's been a while since I read it, but something about a flag he had with him that like he flew over his house. Well, he hid it during the Civil War to make sure it wouldn't be damaged, and then just he was very proud of it. And right after when Nashville was back under Union control, like he took out his flag and he was like, I get to hang this again. It's free from disease. Pox. Free from disease and pox.
Wine.
So I wonder if when I look this up of this Pitcairn people, Pitcairn, if I'm going to find out it's something about like a smallpox or something.
Skip.
Are we speaking with William Driver or somebody that knows of William Driver?
Yeah.
Okay, that may be confirmation that we were speaking with William Driver, which would be fantastic. It's good to meet you, sir.
Helped out.
Are you talking about the Pitcairn people, if I'm saying that correct?
Yes.
That's amazing. Megan and I like coming to cemeteries to learn about the people who rest here. Could you tell us more about yourself? Oh. Wait a minute here.
Behind you.
What's behind me? You're going to direct me to a headstone? I just saw that this says, I'm thinking it's people, but this says Thomas Pitcairn. Delilah Ann and Thomas Pitcairn, George Wilson. Someone and her children in the Driver family plot. So this is some connection to family of William Driver. Thomas Pitcairn. I'm going to have to learn more about this. September 13th, 1880. What is your keepsake? Pitcairn, it's a family name, maybe.
Backwards.
So it said behind me and backwards before. Are you trying to direct us somewhere else in the cemetery? Oh, Megan's just going. I'm going to have to follow her. Let's look at some of these stones. They're very hard to read. Really just initials. Let's see if there's more up here that might be... Okay, so when you said backwards and behind you, is this where you wanted us to come? Doris, maybe it's W.D. Doris, wife of... Okay, Rebecca, wife of W.D. Doris, so there's nothing that says that these are all family. But this is a Doris as well. Later I can go on Find a Grave and look up these names and see if I can kind of make more sense of it. There's William Driver over there. Okay, so you said behind you and backwards. So we've come back a little bit further from the Driver family plot. William Driver, are you still here, or is someone else taking over? Maybe he just heard me telling the story and decided to come and be like, oh no, but I was here, thank you for recognizing. William? I think she just said William. I know sometimes it's hard to manipulate that device, but I know it says a Master Mariner. Can you maybe tell us about some of your voyage around the world? Or if the person who is directing us to come behind us would like to speak and maybe give us a name.
Something given?
Something given. Sometimes it's hard to understand. If you could repeat that. Or maybe she might not have been asking me. She might have actually heard something given. Usually she'll use like something or I didn't understand as a placeholder.
I think it said Doris. I'm wondering if that's what the name is.
Okay. And we're right here at the... Okay. So a member of the Doors. So I think we got confirmation that we were at some point talking with William Driver. And we were also getting the Doors names. Could you tell me your...
4.
There are 4. Okay. All from the Doors family?
My family. Here. Don't forget us. Please.
So we have Rebecca.
Don't go away.
I'm not going anywhere. I know I just took a few steps. I'm going to read out your names. They said, don't forget us, that there's 4 of them here. We have Katie. Let's see if we can find a Katie. This is Rebecca, wife of W.D. I'm going to assume that next to it is W.D. Megan said Katie.
Me too.
I can't tell. John Doris.
I'm here.
Hello, John. It's good to speak with you.
Here.
I believe this says William Doris.
Always.
You stay near your stone? Or do you travel around the cemetery? So these are hard. These are hard to read. I don't see a Katie or a Dave. I think that's an Elizabeth. But there's so many that I couldn't read. John Doris, could you tell me about yourself? In a different video, Megan referenced that you die 3 times. The first time is when you really die. I think the second one is when a loved one last comes to visit. The third time is the last time your name is spoken. We make these stones so that they last a long time. Study? The last death is the last time that you are, your name is spoken ever. Study is good. What was your occupation, sir? I'm betting that those must be the footers. So this is a BD, so something Doris. Sorry, with a B. That would be the footer for John and William. Interesting, the footer for, so William, John, William, but then the footers have William and John. And then these last 2, if that is the footer, if I'm reading this right, are stones, which I thought could be either that they were wood cutters, or
Houses.
So I'd asked his occupation, and Megan got houses.
Build.
You build houses? I thought that might have been an indication that either their occupation is something with wood, or that they may have been young when they passed away. Jonas shivers, and Elizabeth is his wife. So Megan got houses. Well, that would work with the woodworker over there, if that's the case. So, John, were you in some sort of construction then? Aft. That could be William again, because I feel like that's a nautical thing. It's like behind. Behind again. Maybe we didn't go far enough behind us. I think aft is behind. Oh, it might be left or right. I'm not even going to pretend I know. John Doris, if you're still here, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Maybe a hobby or something you used to like to do?
They have.
They have.
Left.
Left? Are you telling me that the Doris family isn't here right now? Maybe John left? If that's the case, then who am I speaking with?
Turned over to God.
Okay. That's a very apt phrase in a cemetery. Maybe someone saying...
All go. Coming here. Yes. But
I'm waiting for what follows the but. So you all go to God, but you're able to come and communicate with us here. So do you see when your loved ones come to visit you? But you're not always here, maybe.
train.
Yes. There is a train over there. It is coming through now.
Crossing.
That's pretty funny. Megan doesn't know it's coming. The ground is like it's vibrating, so she may notice something. I mean, she knows there's tracks over there. Actually, interestingly enough, when those tracks were built, they went through a Catholic part of the cemetery and they had to move, reinter, or move the headstones. I'm not sure if they... This is the state. Shows. Live.
And keep this.
This is the state. Shows. Live and keep this. Freely. Oh, that's an annoying noise. She got overboard again. Nautical term. I want to be communicating with William Driver really badly. But anyone else, I'm open to you as well. Skipper. We're doing nautical terms.
I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Here.
Over here? Am I in the right spot, or would you like me to come closer to your stone if this is William Driver? Megan's taking out the dowsing rods. It may be because she's getting directions and she might want to use those to try and figure out where we're supposed to be going. Obviously she's hearing behind you, backwards, over here. Can you use those rods to direct us to where you'd like us to go? I'll just kind of follow Megan if she starts moving. So when she has those set, she's going to try and hold them still so that she can't influence them. Could you use those rods to direct us in a direction? Gotten behind, backwards, aft. Yeah. Okay, she motioned with her head. So we're going to just follow the rods. She may have to put them down and walk a little bit, because sometimes it's hard to hold them when she's walking. To her side so that you guys can see. Oh, we're turning over here. So it looks like it was just pointing out. I don't know if she's going to walk over and stop near it. Okay. Looks like it was pointing to this stone. Yeah. Okay. So it's I think it says sacred up there. The memory of Alfred H. Hicks Sr., born December 22nd. Okay, we're in the right spot. 1814, died March 5th, 1876. And then, this is hard to read. Upright something. I'm going to look on font. Okay, study again. So when we heard study before, was that you, Alfred? Or a member of the Hicks family? I love how it's growing, or the tree has kind of grown up around it.
Alfred.
She just said Alfred, so I think she got Alfred and she pointed at the stone. Alfred, could you tell me about yourself, sir? I see on this side it says Alfred Hicks Sr. Is your son also buried near here? I think she said more needless.
Right in.
It's hard to read some of the inscriptions. So we got skates before too. Alfred, could you tell me about yourself? Maybe your occupation or a hobby or some other family members' names? We're here to learn about you, sir. What did Megan get before? She got Kate, so let's see if it's Kate too. Something, oh, it does say Schools of Nashville.
Here I am.
And she keeps getting study. She got Here I Am. Can you tell me what it was you had to do with the, it definitely says Schools of Nashville. And it says something about in upright. It's easier to read on my
Eyes.
screen.
Head.
Schools of Nashville. She said eyes and head.
Health.
Health.
We learn to speak.
Yes. So sometimes if we're bringing new devices that you maybe haven't used before, I understand that it could be hard, and I appreciate you trying to use the device to communicate with us. So many of you coming through.
Keep speaking.
William Driver, the Doris family, and now Alfred Hicks to come through. I appreciate you using this device. We have other tools that we can try and use as well. She had eyes and mind, so maybe Alfred Hicks worked at the schools, but maybe he was a doctor of some sorts.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Here.
Welcome here. We come to learn about you and be respectful, so I appreciate you communicating with us and allowing us to do so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For
Oh.
speaking. For us. Here.
Thank you for communicating with us.
Visit.
Would you mind if we moved to a different area of the cemetery?
Be respectful.
Yes. Absolutely.
Please.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh.
To us. We are lonely sometimes.
We'll try and come more often. We're not very far from here.
Walkers
I think she said walkers.
are welcome. All
People do walk and jog. I'm actually going to turn so I don't get someone in my video. Oh, she's turning.
Learning.
Do you...
Learning
who we...
Hey, you.
Do you...
I laughed because it was just like, hey, you? Is what it sounded like.
Let me get that back in there. I think on the first Saturday of every month they do different tours about... One of them we came to was about the different meanings of the carvings on the stones. Do you like when they... One was about plants. Do you like when they have the tours and people come around and learn about the different individuals who are resting here? They may not speak to you directly like we are, but they come and visit. And for whoever said, hey you, if that's a new person, this is Megan, I'm Johanna. Could you tell us your name?
Sam. That sounds like a child's voice saying, Sam?
Sam. Hello, Sam. How old are you? Megan thought she heard a child. Could you tell me how old you are?
7.
Sam is 7 years old. Do you like to travel around here, Sam? And go and visit others that are here? There's just a helicopter somewhere.
Play.
You play? Are there other children here for you to play with?
Checkers?
Play checkers. Maybe it's not a helicopter, maybe it's a train. You like to play checkers, Sam? Something seems to have caught Megan's interest. We'll just silently follow Megan. Sam, are you still here? Okay, we're going to move to a different area of the cemetery now, but we're not totally leaving. We're just changing.